think my sort of greatest appreciation within bars really go to, first of all, my oncologist, Dr. Melanie Powell, who she was just so honest. When I was in, you see these people every week because I had to go in for treatment every day. Just so honest, saying like, this is going to be painful. This next 2 weeks are going to be worse than the last 2 weeks. And you kind of go, how is that possible? But she was doing it in such a way and, encouraging to use the medication, the pain relief properly. And it kind of really opened my eyes that you don't have to go through pain to take this medication. Is to avoid the pain. And once you kind of got that through your head with the different types of morphine and oxycodone and stuff, then that was just hugely important. And so her encouragement to do this properly was, basically, you listen to the experts, they know what they're talking about, and as soon as you put yourself into their care, into their hands, you follow all their direction, that definitely makes things a lot easier in the long run. And because I was going in for radiation treatment every day for, I think it's like 7 weeks, all through lockdown, the radiology team are absolutely fantastic. And I also want to make just a special mention of Kamalajit Danjal. She was absolutely superb. I mean, she was always, willing to, take phone messages from me, like, sort of texting or by answer by email. And I see her kind of like, most days I just ask her questions. And Cam was absolutely brilliant. Like, she's just always there, really super helpful all the time. Even things that didn't necessarily involve radiation stuff, she was still able to help me navigate a lot of the process around BARTs a bit, because it can be very confusing. And so because my treatment kind of started on the first day of lockdown, I wasn't really able to see many friends and family because they weren't allowed to come around. And also I was in shielding as well because my immune system was starting to be compromised, and also that through the chemotherapy as well. And so really my partner David became my carer effectively for many months. And I think especially at 2 months, where he couldn't really do any of his own work at all. He was really just looking at me all the time. And I think with that was just absolutely amazing. And I didn't really appreciate it at the time because, hey, I was on oxycodone. I didn't know what was going on around me. And then just looking back and seeing all the stuff that he'd done, I think that was hugely important. And also what was really nice, I was part of like an online campaign group called Tigers, which were looking to improve research funding for the sciences in the UK. And then when they heard that I would have to get the tube in every day to go to BART, and with COVID going around, all that kind of stuff, they did a whip round and they raised enough money so that I could get a taxi into BART every morning. And that was just absolutely brilliant. Coming back, I could navigate walking, getting a train, so it wasn't so risky. But going in the morning, that was hugely important, such a nice thing to do, because I'd only met them face to face maybe once or twice. So yeah, that was kind of like really uncalled for. Because we were in lockdown as well, getting food was difficult sometimes. Shops were problematic with queues and all that kind of stuff. And we had like a local mini market, and they were brilliant because they would bring around care packages for us, and they would leave them by the door as well outside. And I didn't ask for this, but they were like just really good, like fundamental foods that we were having problems getting in big supermarkets. And you couldn't get any online deliveries. That was just absolutely possible. And so they were really good. And that's when I kind of realized, actually, I've got a really strong community around where I live. And I know I've got friends up and down my street, but I hadn't appreciated all the people who I go into their cafes or shops. They were also helping out as well. And I think that was just really, really nice and really important. Of course, I can't not mention my family as well. And because I live in London, most of them live in Scotland. It wasn't possible to see them. But they were like, really good and, encouraged me to take part in these weekly Zoom quizzes. And perhaps even more importantly, being accepting when I said I couldn't actually take part in a quiz, because, emotionally sometimes you're just not up to conversing with people, especially if you've got like lots of ulcers in your throat and your mouth and you can't speak very much, all that kind of stuff. But, but the family were hugely supportive of that.